Well recorded. It's a recording. Okay, no problem. So it's recorded, and like I said, we're gonna do a class, a little bit of on ETFs and a little bit of on the stocks itself. And like I said, we're gonna talk about RSP and TFSA accounts where the money should be much safer. You should have safer stocks in there where you're gonna make money instead of you're gonna lose money. Remember, you can't put any money in there if you lose it, both in RSP and TFSA account. And if you borrow money for TFSA account or RSP money, you cannot write off the interest, okay? Because the money that you make in RSPs and in your TFSA account is all tax free, okay? But if you put it in your regular broker account, your regular margin account, if you borrow money for that, yeah, you can definitely write off the interest, but you're also reporting an income as well. So the government doesn't give you anything for free, right? They know exactly how to control everything, right? So nothing is tax free. So stocks and stuff like that. So it all depends at the time that stocks you put in. Can you currently put in stocks like Google, Microsoft? I think they're overpriced. I think the price is going to come down. The best time to add them is when they are at the bottom and they're ready to grow back up. All right, that you want. So the other thing is, like if you put money in your TFSA account, your stock, let's say you bought a stock at $10 and it goes to 100, it goes 10 times. And then you decide that you want to take the money out of your TFSA account. And if you take it out this year, you can put the same amount of money back in next year. So your TFSA room, you always want to see it grow. And you right now there's $100,000 you can put in your portfolio right now. That's anybody's been around since 2008, 2009, since they started this. You can put roughly over $100,000 in. Think about growing that to $1 million account by the time you are like 50 or 52. Okay, you have $1 million in your TFSA account. You get an about 10% return on it. Think about that. $1 million in your TFSA account by the time you're 50 or 52, you get a 10% return on it every year. That's $100,000 just tax-free money. So that is a beautiful thing about the TFSA accounts. The return in there, the money you get, even if you can get 15% on 100,000 right now, is $15,000. That is all tax free. And you multiply that 10 times, that's all you got, 10% every year. You calculate that for the next 25 years. That's pretty close up there to $1 million, right? Anybody want to do the math? Take $100,000 today and do it in like a 25 year, 15% gain every year. Anybody have a calculator and want to do that and put in the chat how much money you would have in 25 years in your TFSA account, right? So that's the power of compounding and the tax-free money. I was reading an article. Usually, one of the guys, CPI. The guy actually does a lot of investing and stuff like that. He's a young dude, and he's been investing in TFSA account ever since the accounts became available in 2009. He has over close to $1 million in it right now, and this guy is only about 35 years old. So he's never taking the money out, he said, till he's about at least 45. So at 45, he's given himself, this is it. I'm not going to work after 45. And the money that he's going to live on is a 10 to 15% return on his portfolio. So I'm pretty sure if he's got 900 plus close to $1,000 in the account right now at 35, I'm sure he can earn another 100,000 plus in the next 10 years, right? So that's the kind of part what you want to dream about. This is where you want to go, right? So see how important those accounts are, especially the TFSA account. RRSP money, it's the same thing. You can grow it. But the only thing in RRSP money is when you take the money out, you're going to have to pay government the tax, like income tax. That's the only difference. But in RSP account, you also get to write off your taxes. So, let's say you made $100,000 and you have 10,000 contributing room. You paid your tax on 100,000. You minus the 10,000. Now you're back to 90. So the extra tax you paid back, you get that back, and maybe take that money and start putting that money into your TFSA account, right? And add it up that way. So both accounts are big winners for you. I like them more. I like them even they give you the housing FHSA for housing saving and stuff like that. I think you still should get a TFSA account before you even get one of those. The first money that you should put in is in your TFSA account. Okay. Then any money that you make in your TFSA account, then contribute to your RSPs or any other things you guys want to do. Right? So the best way to do it is safe stocks, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. We're not going to talk about a stock that went IPO today and the stock was at $10, now it's $30. We're not going to talk about those. Those are ghost stocks. They're risky stocks. They can also go from $10 to a $1 as well, right? They can also go bankrupt, so they can go both directions. Right now the market is hot. It's taking everything up with it. So you don't want to be, right now, if you're going to put any fresh money in your TFSA account or RSP money and you want to buy something, you don't want to buy what's out there right now. I think it's a little expensive. But there are certain stocks like CNR, GSI. I think you can put them. GSI will give you a very safe 10 to 15% return in a year. And CNR is very similar to 10-15% a year. SRU.UN, well, it's already given me, I think I've been in that stock now for 7 months. It's an ETF on real estate. It's already given me roughly around well over 10% already, including the dividends. Okay, in 6-7 months, and it hasn't even full year. By the full year rolls around, I'm look like I'm gonna double it. At least between 15 to 20% return on that. Okay, so that is what you want to do, and you want to go into safer stuff. So that's what we're going to talk about, much more safer stocks. Let's take a look at our portfolios first of all, what we are holding, and then we want to go. I'm going to show you a lot of. We talked about ETF building a portfolio just out of ETFs. I'm going to go right to ETFs right after. So some of the stocks that we can, so let's go into Algo Snipe that what kind of stocks are here that we can put in our TFSA accounts. So I think Caterpillar has really jumped up. I think this is the one I really would have loved to put in there in ETF. It's in my RSP account, but it would love to put it in your I like to buy it and put it in TFS. Right now, these I think they're overpriced a little bit. So, and Amazon is still a good one. If you have fresh room and you want to put some Amazon in there, buy small, let it come down more. I think we can add Amazon into a TFSA account or RSP account at lower price. So I definitely recommend Amazon. Okay, same thing with Dollar Tree. Okay, but Dollar Tree is the same thing. We're going to talk about dollar stores. They're all three of them are pretty cheap right now. You look at Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and the dollar store, Dollarama in Canada. They're all pretty cheap. So I would definitely be adding these ones on the way down. Even on the way down, I would be adding these into my TFSA accounts. Okay. One time the Canadian government used to have a limit of how much foreign content you could put in your TFSA account or RSP account. Now they don't. Okay, you can do whatever you like, basically. Okay, so Caterpillar is would love to add, but it's too expensive. Dollar Tree, yeah, GIS, I could definitely add it at current price. So if anybody's looking to add like a safe stock in your account, GIS is definitely one you would like to add in there. Okay, Microsoft, I think it's gone too expensive. Wait till it comes down. If you ever get a price below, like a really ripped down, like under $450, $400, I would definitely be a buyer. Okay, so I did buy this thing at 343.90. I do have some shares. I sold most of it. Okay. So again, love to see a 20% correction on the market. Pepsi is definitely another one you can add in your TFSA accounts or your RSP account. Royal Bank has too expensive. I think Starbucks, yes, I think Starbucks is cheap. I think you can add this one. The CEO will matter what the next earnings look like. If he doesn't perform really well, he's going to look like a really a bad guy. The CEO, he came from CMG, right? He said, give him a chance for one more quarter. I think he's under a lot of pressure to perform in the next earnings that are coming out on Starbucks. Okay, I think Starbucks is a buy. Charles Schwab, I think this stock is a buy. I think it's undervalued. It hasn't gone up like IBKR has or FUTU. It's a very similar stock to them, but this stock does more than what FUTU or IBKR does. I think it's still cheap. I think this stock can still go higher. Uber, definitely cheap. I think it can go the price over $100. Okay. These are the ones you can definitely add into your portfolio, especially in TFSA or your RSP account. Or if you are from the US, it's 401k, right? You can add it into your 401k. Now, these are the stocks that I talked about, so you may want to note them. If they become cheaper, those are the ones you want to add. And if they do become cheaper, we're going to be here. We'll be bringing those stocks to you that you can buy those stocks as well. Okay. So that's my US holding. What about the Canadian holding? Canadian holding, same thing. A lot of them have gone up. This is a utility stock. I bought at $20. If you want to buy it currently, it's a good price to buy it at still. It's a BMO utility stock. It pays a good dividend, right? So it's a hold. And this is XDV. I think this one is a little expensive now because XDV is based on the major dividend paying stocks in Canada, like a lot of them are included with the banks. Okay, a lot of banks in here. So that's why I said maybe back off a little bit on this one. So be a Versa Bank, I think this could be, if they can get their American side going, I think this stock is going to be a lot more expensive than what it currently is. Okay, and wait till the next earnings, and if the next earnings are worth what they are, I would definitely be a buyer of this one. I still hold this one. NPI, yes, I think this is a renewable energy. I think it's worth buying. This one pays a good dividend as well. Let me just see. Yeah, it pays over 5% dividend. Okay, so this is a Canadian renewable stock. They produce electricity. So I would definitely be a buyer of NPI. Okay. This is not Manulife. This is Maple Leaf Foods. I like this stock. It has given us a dip. It was $35 not a couple of days ago. Okay, and I think I like this stock even at current price. It has a little bit of dive. I bought this thing at 24, but if it comes down even further, I think it's worth buying. It does pay 2.75% yield on it. Okay, so definitely worth. Enbridge, wait till it gets cheaper. I think it's sitting 52-week high. And this NTR, definitely a buyer. I saw $3 today. $100 target on that stock. CNR, definitely a buying. You can buy all this buys. I'm telling you, you guys can buy these in your TFSA account or your RSP accounts. Okay, CNR definitely there. CNQ, Canadian oil sands, yes, definitely a buyer. Pays a good dividend. I think it's about 5%, 5.31%. Notice all these stocks that I got in my portfolio. They're all basically a dividend payers. Okay. If you look on the right side, estimated annual income that I get out of these stocks. So these are the stocks that currently I would get around $3,500, and it cost me around $89,000. I bought 100 shares of each one of them, and it cost me $89,000. So you have a portfolio worth about TFSA, but you can put about $105,000 in there. So you got about maybe $12,000 cash. So if you wanted to buy all of these at current prices, this is what they'd be worth. And I gained, actually, I'm up about $32,000 on, again, what we talked about on this portfolio yesterday. Okay. So CNR, CNQ, Bank of Nova Scotia is a little expensive right now. I would wait. I would definitely wait to buy Bank of Nova Scotia. I think it's $89 right now. So somewhere there, I think I would wait. Um, TD, again, I think all the banks are expensive. BMO is expensive. BCE, if you want to buy BCE, I would buy Talus. Okay, if you between the two, if you're gonna buy either one of them, buy Talus. Okay, those are the ones. Basically, that's what I'm gonna go through. I know a lot of other portfolios are here. I will let them, direct them if they wanna, like Harvey wants to share some of his stocks and what he usually shares with you all the time here while he's doing the market update. But I'm sure he can mention them, the ones you want to buy for, like in TFSA and your RSP accounts. You want to buy safer ones all the time. Okay. So I will add more stocks in the future here. I will also, what I don't have here is my swing trading stocks. I'm gonna bring my swing trading portfolio in here as well, and a lot of the swing trading portfolio comes in from within these stocks as well. Okay, they're short-term stocks that I'm keeping for a few days or a few weeks, just to bring some income on them, and you can follow them as well. I will put them there in the future as well. So now let's talk about a lot of people don't have the time to research these stocks or individual stocks, or don't have time to follow me, and you want a more like a safer bet. And the safer bet to be is go into an ETF. ETF has many stocks in there. So even one stock goes wrong, right? Even if one stock goes wrong, you can always, there's a bunch of other stocks that be safe for you. Actually, what you can do is, this is an ETF yourself. If you look at this year, all these bunch of stocks that we put in, you can say this is basically an ETF as well. You can basically say this is an algo snipe ETF. Okay, and you can take this and compare the return on this to any ETF. Okay, so the reason I look at ETFs more is because I want to do sector investing, and want to see which sectors have gained the most, which sectors have gained the least, right? So I'm going to go to here. I'm going to go to market data, because this is where all the ETFs are. This is where I can compare which ETFs have done well, which ETFs have not done well. But I can also go in here and find stocks as well. So the first thing I usually do when I take a look in here, which ETFs have done well. And we talked about it a little bit this morning. Right, communications and technology are the two right on the top there. So this is a sector that I don't want to invest in right now, because I see them as overpriced. Okay, so this is the kind of sector I want to a little bit stay away from, because I think it's expensive right now. So I want to find sectors that are cheaper. So the cheaper sector about a month ago, healthcare and the utilities. These sectors were even cheaper. Right. So if you go look in, let's see if I can find some of the past. If you go in the past there, in our members chat, you'll find some of these ETFs. Let me just find some. I put them in there, and you can compare what they were like then and what they're compared to what they're like now. So I don't. Okay, you know what? It's going to be too much trying to go back in conversations here. But I'm going to take what they look like today. So I'm going to copy this and put it in the chat so we will remember for the next session. So we're going to put them in here. Or we can also, we can also put them in... let's go into portfolio alerts. So I'll just put them in there. So next time they're easy to find. So we'll put them in the portfolio alerts. We'll leave them in there. And then you can guys compare these, what they were like last time. So I think the healthcare sector and the consumers and the utilities, they're all still cheap. Okay. Basic material is about $30. I don't think this is ready to go up yet. Okay, even though it's gone around 30% in the last years, but 1 year it's going negative, right? Even healthcare is negative this year, and so is consumer staples, and only 8% on the utilities or return in this year. I think this could go up to 20% return this year in within a year, because we are into kind of recession and the interest rates are coming down. When interest rates are coming down, more people go into utilities. Okay, so I do recommend XLU. If you just want to buy an ETF, you can just buy XLU here. Okay, I do recommend actually all three of these here ETFs if you want to buy. But if you don't want to buy ETF, you have lots of time to research. You can also go into, let's say, XLU, individual ETF, and take a look at the stocks that they're holding. Okay, if you want to buy individual stocks, you can go in here. Where is it? Holdings. Have I missed it? Holdings. Here we go. Holdings. Okay. These are the companies that are holding in here. Nextra Energy, was an individual buy, and we put that company as a buy. So if you bought this one here, and it's still a buy as an individual company. Okay. You can see that chart in here. What was it? NXT. Let's take a look at the chart. So if you want to buy individual company, all you have to do is go in the sector and then just look at the top holdings. So this one is still a buy, this company. But again, this is a breakout. This would be a good breakout where it can continue. We said this buy many times before here. If we go into the day chart, it's a very strong trend to the upside. So definitely be a buyer even at current price. Okay, so that is utility. Let's go back. Where were we? Okay, there's a Southern company. There's Constellation Energy. You can another thing you can do with all these companies here at the bottom, you can compare them. Even if you go to finwiz.com, you can put a whole bunch of companies side by side and compare their numbers. What I mean by their numbers is you can go take a look at their valuation. This one is a summary. This one, a bunch of stocks, so it's not going to have a valuation here, but it's going to have individual stocks here. Okay, so again, you can go take a look at what the holdings are, and if you want to buy individual companies, they're right here. Vistra is a pretty good company as well. Somebody, we talked about it yesterday. Okay, a whole bunch of companies here that are very good, and these are utility company, and most of them pay dividend as well. So let's take a look at Southern Company here. It's paying about 2.99% dividend. It's pretty ready to break out up here. Looks like if it can break out above here, it can have a nice breakout. It's been going sideways for a very long time. So if you go to SO, so that's what I mean right now. If you don't want to take a risk on the individual company, you can buy this whole sector here, utility whole thing here. If it breaks above 96.70, it's gonna go higher. Okay, I think it's ready to go to the higher level. All right. So energies, utilities, I think they're ready to pop to the upside even more with these interest rates coming out. So you can do more and more research. This is not the only one. I'm going to show you Finwiz website as well, because this is a paid site. Finwiz, you can do a lot of free, and you can go to ETFs in here. Where are somewhere screeners? Sorry, I know there are ETFs somewhere here. I know I've done it. I keep forgetting. I don't use these sites more often, but when I use them, I use them after a long time. But there are ETFs in here somewhere. The other one, you can go also morningstar.com. That's probably the best site for doing a lot of ETF as well. I don't like mutual funds, but Morningstar has a lot of good ETFs here. You can go right there. You can do a little. This is a paid site as well. You can also come in here and look at the best Canadian ETFs. A lot of Canadians as well. Okay, best international stock ETF. This is a really good website, but I think it's better. I think this is it is a paid website as well. I think you can pay for it and actually get more data. Okay. So this is a really good site as best Canadian. Let's see what they have for best Canadian ones. Vanguard, FTSE, Vanguard. These are. This is a FTSE is a. This is a English index, the England index, FTS. So if you want to buy FTSE, you can buy those as well. Okay, there are a whole bunch of them in here. You can take a look at it. The only problem with Morningstar is this site is paid by a lot of these ETFs to advertise for themselves. So sometimes they can be very biased off of the stocks or the ETFs they will recommend. Okay, so look at this advertisement. Look at it. This advertisement done by the RBC Bank. So RBC is they want their ETFs advertised here, right? They're gonna favor that they advertise World Bank of Canada ETFs in here. You got BMO ETFs in here. So that's a problem sometimes when you have a website like this. This is it can be influenced by the advertisers, people who pay for this stuff. Okay, so you got to be a little bit careful of that. Okay, so any questions so far on ETFs or how to research them, how to find them? If you don't want to take the risk of buying individual stocks, you don't have time to do it, I would recommend that you do ETFs. And I am going to create a portfolio out of ETFs from here. In here, it will be by next week, next Monday, there will be an ETF in here. And remember, when you're buying a whole bunch of stocks, like if you just follow these stocks, this is like an ETF. But a lot of these stocks were bought cheap. Are they buyer right now? That's why we have these current holdings. This is where we're gonna put these. Hey, you can buy these stocks now. Okay, Hamana, kind of the all three, four of them in here. You can buy them now, even at current prices. Okay, so that's what this is gonna be. Anybody have any questions?
ਭਾਜੀ ਸੀਕਿੰਗ ਅਲਫਾ ਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਪੋਰਟਫੋਲੀਓ ਦਿਖਾਇਆ ਸੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਚ ਰਿਟਰਨ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਸਕਦੀ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਆਈ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਨਹੀਂ?
Yeah, look, if you're looking at this one, this is roughly around percentage wise. They have it. It's a 46% return. That's what I got on this one here.
ਇਹ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੀ ਹੈ?
Remember, these stocks are, I'm holding a lot of these stocks for a long time, and I sold a lot of that stocks, right? So
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਬਰ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ 22 ਹੈ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਉਬਰ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ 22 ਬਹੁਤ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਹੋਣਾ।
about a year and a half, about a year and a half, 2 years.
ਹਾਂਜੀ
So ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੇਰਾ portfolio, that's why I say don't follow this portfolio, but I am showing you ਮੈਂ ਉਹ show ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਮੈਂ hold ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ. Okay, I bought these over the years and I still have these shares, but what you want to buy today is we are going to current holdings. We are going to add them in here. So these are the ones you can buy now. Okay, and we will see what the return is like in the future in a couple of years. But just to prove a point how much I've done over the years. Remember, I just took 100,000, sorry, not 100,000, I took 100 shares of each company just to compare what the return would be like. Okay.
ਭਾਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈਗਾ ਜੀ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਭਾਜੀ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਅਸੀਂ TFS 'ਚ ਆਪਾਂ 10 ਜਾਂ 5 ਜਾਂ 10 ਸਟਾਕ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਿਲੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਲਏ IBKR ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਅਸੀਂ ਮੰਥਲੀ ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ? ਜਿਵੇਂ ਅਸੀਂ ETF 'ਚ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਟੋਮੈਟਿਕਲੀ ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ। ਲੈਟਸ ਸੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ $500 ਇਨਵੈਸਟ ਕਰਨੇ ਨੇ ਮੰਥਲੀ, ਬਟ ਉਹਨਾਂ 5 ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਅਸੀਂ 5-10 ਸਿਲੈਕਟ ਸਟਾਕ ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਆਟੋਮੈਟਿਕਲੀ ਡਿਸਟਰੀਬਿਊਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਣ ਅਤੇ ਇਨਵੈਸਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਣ, ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਵੀ ਭਾਜੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ IBKR ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ?
you have no, I think you just have to, yeah, I think you can. I think you can.
ਓਕੇ
But you have to look into it. I haven't done it. I think you can. But when you're doing that, ਇੱਕ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਿਓ ਜਰੂਰ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਰੂਮ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਉੱਪਰ ਨਾ ਜਾਇਓ.
ਓਕੇ
Right?
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ।
ਜੇ ਕੰਟਰੀਬਿਊਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਆਇਆ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ 1% ਟੈਕਸ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦਾ ਲਾ ਦੇਣਾ ਉੱਤੇ.
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਮਤਲਬ ਪੋਸੀਬਲ ਹੋਊਗਾ IBKR ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਰਾਈਟ?
Yeah,
ਅਸੀਂ
it's
ਸਰਚ
I
ਕਰ
think you
ਲਵਾਂਗੇ।
can do I know you can transfer from your bank into IBKR regularly,
ਹਾਂਜੀ
but again, buying shares to that much money, I think you have to find that out. I'm not 100%
ਓਕੇ,
sure.
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਭਾਜੀ, ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਜੀ।
Yeah, but commissions are so cheap in interactive broker. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦਾ ਲਾ ਲਓ, ਕਿਸੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਦਾ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦਾ ਲਾ ਲਓ ਵੀ ਅੱਜ ਇਸ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਮੰਡੇ ਜਾਂ ਅਗਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਮਿਡਲ ਆਫ 15th ਆਫ ਐਵਰੀ ਮੰਥ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਹਰੇਕ ਸਟਾਕ 'ਚ ਬਾਏ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। ਉਹਦੀਆਂ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਕਾਫੀ ਚੀਪ ਆ। ਇੱਕ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹਾਊ else can you do it? Because it's only $1 to buy and sell on interactive broker. In Canadian bank, it's like $9.99, right? So it's much cheaper.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਭਾਜੀ।
Yeah, I'll find out. Let me find out further. See if we can do ਡ੍ਰਿਪਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸਟਾਕਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਡ੍ਰਿਪਸ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਜਿਹਨਾਂ ਡਿਵੀਡੈਂਡ ਰੀਇਨਵੈਸਟਮੈਂਟ ਸੈਟਅਪ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਨਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰ
ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਉਹ
ਸਕਦੇ
ਤਾਂ
ਆ।
ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਹਾਂਜੀ,
ਯਾ
ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਕੀ ਹੋ, ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰ ਪੋਰਟਫੋਲੀਓ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਸੈੱਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, 8-10 ਸਟਾਕ ਚੰਗੇ ਆ ਗਏ, ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਬੰਦਾ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਬਸ ਰੈਗੂਲਰਲੀ ਇਨਵੈਸਟ ਕਰੀ ਚੱਲਦੇ। ਜੋ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਮੰਥਲੀ ਲਿਮਿਟ 500-600 ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵੀ ਬਣਦੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਡੀ TFSA ਦੀ, ਉਹ ਬੇਸਿਕਲੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਟੋਮੈਟਿਕਲੀ ਇਨਵੈਸਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੇ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੁਝ ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ।
I think you can, but let me find out. I'll take a look.
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਭਾਜੀ।
Okay, no problem. ਹੋਰ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ? ਐਨੀਬਡੀ ਹੈਵ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ?
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਭਾਜੀ, ਮੇਰਾ ਇੱਕ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਆ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਭਾਈ।
ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ RRSP TFSA 'ਚ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਸਟਾਕਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਨਵੈਸਟਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਉੱਥੋਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਗਰੋਥ ਆਈ ਆ, ਸੋ ਉਹਦਾ ਲਾਈਕ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਰੇਟ ਪੇ ਕਰਨਾ ਪੈਣਾ ਟੈਕਸਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ, ਜਾਂ ਉਹ ਸਾਡੀ ਐਕਟਿਵ ਇਨਕਮ ਕਾਊਂਟ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ? ਉਹ ਲਾਈਕ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਵਰਕ ਕਰਦੀ ਆ CRA ਦੇ ਕੇਸ ਵਿੱਚ?
TFSA account, the RSP account is they're both like our TFSA is tax free. So if you're buying American stocks, it's tax free. We have a treaty with the Americans. So for our capital gains, we don't pay any tax to the US. The only tax we pay to the US is withholding tax on dividends. That's what the Americans charge us. That's it.
ਓਕੇ, ਸੋ ਅਗਰ ਡਿਵੀਡੈਂਡਸ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ, ਲਾਈਕ ਜੇ ਵੈਸੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਧਰ ਸਟਾਕ 'ਚ ਇਨਵੈਸਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਫੇਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਟੈਕਸ, ਰਾਈਟ?
ਨੋ ਟੈਕਸ, ਯੈਸ। ਉਹ ਟ੍ਰੀਟੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਈਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਉਹ ਆ, ਯੈਸ, ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੋਈ ਟੈਕਸ ਨਹੀਂ।
ਓਕੇ, ਤੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਸੈਕੰਡ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਸੀ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆ ਪੋਰਟਫੋਲੀਓ ਸ਼ੋ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ, ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਰਚੁਅਲ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਰੈਗੂਲਰ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਆ ਇਹ?
ਮੈਂ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਪੋਰਟਫੋਲੀਓ,
ਜਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਕਰੀਨ ਤੇ ਸ਼ੋ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਰਾਈਟ ਨਾਓ?
Yeah, this is the stocks that I own in my account.
ਓਕੇ, ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਵਰਚੁਅਲ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮੇਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਾਈਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਰਚੁਅਲ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੋਂ ਆਪਰੇਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ?
ਮੈਂ ਸਮਝਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ, ਸੌਰੀ। ਮੈਂ ਵਰਚੁਅਲ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕਲਾਊਡ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ?
ਓ ਸੌਰੀ, ਮੈਂ ਕਲਾਊਡ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ ਵਰਡ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਨਾ ਸੀ, ਮੈਂ ਵਰਚੁਅਲ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ, ਆਮ ਸੌਰੀ।
ਨਹੀਂ, ਕਲਾਊਡ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਿੰਗ ਨਹੀਂ। ਕਲਾਊਡ ਕੰਪਿਊਟਰ, ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਮਾਈ ਓਨ। I track this my portfolio in my Quicken ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ ਮੇਰਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ। ਮਤਲਬ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਂ ਪੋਰਟਫੋਲੀਓ ਟਰੈਕ ਕਰਦਾ, ਤਾਂ ਬੈਂਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਇਹ ਸਟਾਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪਏ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਇਹ ਇੰਟਰੈਕਟਿਵ ਬ੍ਰੋਕਰ 'ਚ ਵੀ ਪਏ ਆ, ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ RSP ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਬੈਂਕ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, ਤਾਂ TFSA ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਮੇਰਾ ਬ੍ਰੋਕਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੈਗਾ, ਇੰਟਰੈਕਟਿਵ ਬ੍ਰੋਕਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਸੋ my accounts are all over the place. So that's where,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah. Okay, Baji, thank you.
No problem. Anybody else have a question? So if anybody's opening like a TFSA account or RSP account, I do recommend that you open it with IBKR. The reason you IBKR is because the commissions are cheap. The banks are still charging you $9.99 per trade. Okay, unless you're making 150 trades or more a month, and then they're still charging you $5 per trade. Trades are cheap with IBKR, and if you have money in your account sitting there, anything more than $13,000, Interactive broker gave you even interest on that money. Okay, so if you are going to open up account, or you can also move your account to a charge. I think the banks charge you $150 to move an account, and I think are worth it. I think a lot of accounts are worth it to moving. I keep my RSP account in the bank because the reason I do that is because I am not trading that often in my RSP account, because I'm buying a lot of stock and then I'm holding on to it for a longer period. But I do think it's worth now because it's been there for so long. I just don't want to move it. But if you're new and you're even if your account is a year, 2 years old, I do recommend it that you go with IBKR. IBKR's commissions are cheap. You can do more buying and selling. And remember, in your RSP account, it doesn't mean how long you hold it. Stock, you can hold that. You can day trade it if you want, and they cannot tax you on RSPs till you take the money out. In TFSA account, you can't do that. If you want to day trade an RSP account, I don't recommend it, but if you want to day trade your RSPs account, you can do it. You can. Okay.
I think TFSA ਚ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਡੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਕੁਝ ਮਤਲਬ ਟੈਕਸਿਸ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਥੋੜਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਪੇ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਸੀ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਘੱਟੋ ਘੱਟ 5-7 ਦਿਨ ਹੋਲਡ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਸੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਦਊਂਗੇ ਹੋਰ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ TFSA ਚ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਡੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਜਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ
Nope, you cannot trade in TFSA account.
Okay.
I would love to if they did that. I think a lot of people would try that in TFSA account because it's all tax free, right? I think there would be a lot of millionaires, and if they allow that, and probably a lot of people probably blow their accounts as well. And the thing is, if you lose money in your TFSA account, like I said, you can't put any more money in there, right? If you're fully vested in a TFSA account, you lose your money, all of your money in there, you can't put any more in there. Okay, so that's the reason I said do not take a risk with your TFSA account, right? So don't do that.
ਪਰ ਇਹਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਅਪਰ ਏਜ ਵੀ ਲਿਮਿਟ ਵੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ TFSA ਦੀ
ਕਾਹਦੀ ਲਿਮਿਟ
ਅਪਰ ਏਜ ਲਾਈਕ ਆਪਾਂ 18 ਤੋਂ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਅਪਰ ਏਜ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਨਾ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ RRSP ਤਾਂ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਆ 65 ਤੱਕ ਆ
no 71 ਤੱਕ ਆ
Oh, okay.
71 tak. Then you have you can still do it. The RSP has no limit either. You can still do it, but you got to convert your account to RIF account at 71.
Okay.
ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ RSP ਆ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਪੈਸੇ ਪਾਏ ਹੋਣ 71 ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉਹ ਪੈਸੇ ਕਢਾਣੇ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨੇ ਪੈਣੇ ਆ after 71
ਭਾਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਜਦੋਂ 71 ਤੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ RRSP 'ਚ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਨੀ ਕਢਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਦੀ ਐਨੂਟੀਜ਼ ਬਣਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਐਨੂਟੀਜ਼ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਇਨਵੈਸਟਮੈਂਟ ਆਪ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਜਾਂ ਸਿਰਫ RRSP ਤੱਕ in the limited?
No, you can do annuities, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 71, you got to convert it into a RIF account. So that's forcing, the government forces you to take money out, right? Because otherwise you can leave the money sitting in your RSPs forever, right? So that's why they do it at 71. But you can still contribute, yes. If you're working after 71 and you have a contribution room, yes, you can put money in your RSP account, and it just has to be a RIF account. There's so many different accounts in Canada. That's but I think the best account is your TFSA. That's got to be your number one account. Number two has to be your RSP account, right? So definitely recommend those. Okay. Any other questions?
ਹੈਲੋ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਭਾਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਪੁੱਛਣਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕੁਐਸਟ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਆ ਲਾਈਕ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਆਫਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੁਣ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਫ੍ਰੀ
I think they charge more. ਮੈਂ ਕੁਐਸਟ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਕਦੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਹੁਤਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਪਤਾ
ਹਾਂਜੀ
ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਥੋੜ੍ਹੀਆਂ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਹਾਈ ਆ $5 ਆ ਕਿੰਨੇ 499 ਦੇ ਚਾਰਜ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ
ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਕਰਤਾ ਦੀ ਐਡ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਦੇਖਿਓ ਤੁਸੀਂ
ਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਟਾਕ ਵੀ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਆ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ETF ਸੀ ਨਾ ਇਕੱਲੇ ਹੁਣ ਸਟਾਕ ਵੀ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਕਰਤਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ
ਸਾਰੇ ਕਰਤੇ
0
ਅਮਰੀਕਨ ਤੇ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ
ਜੀ
so but that's very good nice that's very good then I'd say then you open an account with Questrade then
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਮੈਂ TFSA ਖਲਾਇਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਲਾਈਕ 골ਡ ਦਾ ETF ਬਾਈ ਕੀਤਾ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਸਟਾਕ ਵੀ ਬਾਈ ਕੀਤਾ ਟੈਨਸ ਬਾਈ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਚਾਰਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਿਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ
no
ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ
commission wow
ਹਾਂਜੀ
I didn't know that I know IBKR they charge you $1 ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਉਹ ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਪਏ ਉਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ Questrade
ਟਰਸਟ ਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਗਾ ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਇੰਨਾ ਕੁ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਰੰਸੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਫਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ US 'ਚ ਉਹ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਉਹਦੀਆਂ ਫੀਸਿਸ ਜ਼ਿਆਦੀਆਂ ਆ ਤੇ ਜੇ ਡਾਟਾ ਲੈਣਾ ਆ ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਚਾਰਜ ਆ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਥੋੜੇ ਜਿਹਾ ਹਾਈ ਆ ਪਰ ਉਦਾਂ ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਆ ਜਿਵੇਂ TFSA ਵਾਸਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗਾ
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੇ ਮਤਲਬ $US ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ $US ਹੋਲਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ
ਉਹ ਮੈਂ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਨਹੀਂਗਾ ਮੈਂ ਹਜੇ ਬਾਲੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ
ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ IB
ਹੋਲਡ ਤਾਂ ਕਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹੋਲਡ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਲਾਈਕ ਪਰ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਕਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੰਦੇ
ਅੱਛਾ ਪਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ $US ਹੋਲਡ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹੋਲਡ ਕਰਕੇ ਰੱਖ ਸਕਦੇ
ਠੀਕ ਆ so that's so it's not bad if they don't charge you but also if you have a lot of money in the bank account like especially TFSA you have $50,000 sitting cash in there if they're not giving you any they're not giving you any interest that's not a good thing but I know IBKR pays about 2% Canadian interest on the Canadian money and that usually adds up by the end of the month right
Yeah.
so that usually works out nice but that's nice I know IBKR only charges $1 per trade but that's pretty low and if they I don't know maybe hopefully they will drop that too right that's not still bad $1 no it's good I didn't know that okay all right that's pretty much it I'm here open for any other questions if you got any other questions if you got questions on the algo if anybody wants to set up an algo DM me so far I have about 25 to 25 people are running algo right now trading I teach them how to trade manually a lot of them are trading manually and like I said the times for trading the algo is from 2 in the morning till 11 then from 2:30 to 4 o'clock are the best times to trade the algo right so and the current one I completely forgot about it I'm still in this trade here so it's still sitting in there but again I can't sometimes it's very tough for me to do two things so I'm still sitting in this trade I'm gonna if it closes like I said it closes below the white line I will get out of it so I'll just let it run but I should stick to my timing which is from 2:30 to 4 o'clock I love trading early in the morning the best trades let me show you a trade I got into this morning I got into this 4 o'clock trade right there and I actually went into this trade back here a little about this trade here I woke up about here I think I got into this thing if I was up early I would have been in the trade right here but I got into this trade right there when it was above so this was going back and forth till finally I guess it just broke out I kind of got out of right here, this candle right there I thought this candle was going to take it back down so I had a nice little profit on this one then there was another trade I wasn't up for this one here but there was another good trade at 7 o'clock that kind of rocked I don't know if anybody grabbed that one right and then I'm gonna stop trading these open so I want to recommend everybody don't trade the open for 15 minutes and that's where I found the algo especially when it traded in the IBKR This is where it lost a lot of money, and it made a lot of money too. But it's very kind of you know, hard feelings. You know, your heart sinks when this stock is moving up and down like that much. The price is moving up that much. So I'm gonna the algo avoid trading between you know, between 9:15 and 9:45. Avoid trading. Other times the algo has performed really well, and I looked at it in a paper trading account. In the I looked at the like a last month's data. If it would like if there were bigger losses, they were lost when the from 9:15 to 9:45, and also at 8:30 when the market data came out. This is another time to avoid when there is data coming out at 8:30. If you can avoid the 8:30 and 9:15 to 9:45, the algo has done really, really well. Okay? If you can avoid those two times. And I can add more times into the algo. I got 2 time settings on this one right now, right? I can change, not this one here, this one here. So I can change, I can add some more times into this one. This one has only 2 of them right now. I can add another 2 sessions in here if anybody wants to put like avoid 9:15 to 9:45 and 8:30. Okay, I will add those in, but it has done real well. This started at, I put this trading at 2 o'clock in the morning, so this has been trading at 2 o'clock since 2 o'clock this morning. This is what it has done today. So it did have so this was around 5 in the morning, and it started around 2, roughly about 2 o'clock right there. It had a couple of losses today. The big one was this one here, and again this was some this was after 11, so you only trade only between 2 and 11. That's it. Okay, avoid these times. 2 to 11. I put 2 to 16 here. It really should be 11. And that should be 2:30. I do a lot. I keep changing times around for testing purposes. Okay. Anybody got questions on the algo? Anything?
जी 2 AM तो 11 AM तक.
हाँ जी बिल्कुल. 2 to 11, 2:30 to 4. The best times I've found is I get up early in the morning. I trade. Best times I've found is 2 to 7 actually in the morning to really have good trades. If we put, let's see, we can do, let's see, we put on time between 2, okay, 1:30 to 7. And we'll just change this to let's change this to same time. Change that to 7. So we got let's see what the return is like. So this is the only time it will trade every day from 2 to 7. Same thing from 2 to 7. Just made 1 trade yesterday and a few trades. So let's see what the return is like. It made 268 trades, 74%, 2.8. It's made about $26,000. If you just traded those times. I thought this would be a lot higher than that. But anyway,
ਭਾਜੀ
you guys,
ਟਾਈਮ ਪਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਲਾਈਕ ਮੈਂਬਰ ਚੈਟ 'ਚ ਰਾਈਟ ਡਾਊਨ ਕਰ ਕੇ ਪਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ
get a time?
ਹਾਂਜੀ
Yeah, definitely. I will put it there.
ਓਕੇ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ
I like trading manually, guys. I don't know if you guys like trading manually. I like to let it take the trade and exit myself and to make more money than what the algo really makes. If anybody wants a class one, like a one-on-one on this and how to trade manually, I think you should learn it. If anybody's interested in setting that up, you can DM me. I'll teach you how to do it one-on-one. So it's much easier sometimes just to teach you on one-on-one and how to set it up and how to do it manually. Take advantage of this, guys. It really works. It really works. It makes money, honestly. Now think about trade like this. You took a trade here. The algo closed it here. But look at all the profit you're giving up when you're trading manually. Sure, you're going to have a small losses here and here, there. But look how much money you're actually going to make here. Right? You could have made roughly what? This was a short at 752. Went all the way down to 627. This is over like 125 points. This is over like one contract is over $2,200 US. Right? Yeah, sure, you're going to have a $200 loss here. You're going to have a $300 loss there. But you're going to make a big amount too when you get into a trade like this. Man, that's why I like manual trades. I love the manual trades. And if you can make it auto trading, this is auto trading results. This is auto trading. This number is auto trading. But when you do manually, it's much higher than that. Sure, you're going to have a loss here and there, but you're also going to make tons of money. Right? This is a good profit. This is a good profit here. This is a good profit, right? This is a good profit here, breakout. Another good profit here. Yeah, sure, you lost here. But look at the good profit here, right? Lost a little bit here, but remember, we are not trading at these times. So anybody wants to learn this one-on-one, I'm open to it. So just send me a message. I'm always looking at also other people and these algos. There's a lot of people on TikTok, and I haven't found a better one yet. If somebody has a better algo, better design, I haven't found one yet. If you guys have one, you can use the same software that I currently use on IBKR. You can use the same IBK software for any algo. If you have another algo, it doesn't mean my software just stuck to this algo. You can do it on any algo. If you have another algo on IBKR or TradingView, that software will work with that too. Okay. All right, let's see what the market is doing now. I'm still in this trade, by the way. I haven't got out. Anybody else in it?
We'll see that. You might want to close some here or throw stops. It is coming into some resistance now on the NASDAQ.
Okay, well, I got roughly $400 here.
Yeah, that was a really nice move on the 15-minute. Really nice. The inverse head and shoulders played out, but just because of lack of conviction, volume was super slow grind. So, yeah, nice job diamond handling that. But now it is coming back into these London highs here and this prior hourly trend line back test.
Nice call.
So, yeah. That was a super slow one though. It even like came back tested the break line, the neckline, and then kind of got slow grind to the